Canada is blacklisting Freedom Convoy crypto wallets. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian.heise here and welcome to another episode of Realpolitik. Grab your stein of coffee and I want to talk about this article from Russia Today. Well, looking at what the Canadian government is doing with regards to the crypto wallets of people involved in the Freedom Convoy protest. Now, before we go through this, let's just jump over here and remind ourselves of the current Bitcoin and crypto prices. Bitcoin's at $40,646, so it's down 7.8% in the last day. Ethereum is at $2,800. Binance Coin BNB is at $403. And Ripple or XRP is at 77 cents. So crypto's, well, losing a bit of value at the moment. Now, yesterday we discussed the Canadian government, Trudeau, freezing the bank accounts of people who were protesting or people who were just donating to the protesters. And many viewers in the comments or in the premiere were saying, oh, this is why you need to have crypto, this is why you need to have Bitcoin. It'll be a solution. I'm very skeptical of it. Because here's the thing. What if they flagged a whole series of addresses and they identified any business that took any receipt of revenue from those addresses and nabbed them? Or said, sorry, you can't accept payment from this address. This is the thing. It's all transparent. They can see it. And the government will love to track it. I mean, they love tracking right now all of our $5,000 transactions that go through the system. The banks are all reporting it. And this is showing you here the weaknesses where crypto exchanges can be influenced. And they have been in the past. So let's have a look. I'm very skeptical about crypto being a solution or benefit for people's freedom in the long term. I think it's going to evolve into central bank digital currencies, and it can be even more terrifying than people realize. So authorities attempt to cut off Bitcoin donations to anti-vaccine mandate demonstrations. The authorities in Canada have told cryptocurrency exchanges to cease transactions with addresses they say were linked to the ongoing Freedom Convoy by the anti-vaccine mandate truckers. Because here's the thing, you need to have a way to convert your digital currency into fiat currency so you can actually spend it. You can't buy petrol with Bitcoin or crypto. And I know people are going to say, look at El Salvador, that's a fringe case, everyone. Okay, that's not going to be mainstream acceptance. The truckers can't use it. They need to flip it into their Canadian money or even US dollars to spend. The order from the Royal Canadian Mounted Police began circulating on social media early on Wednesday, with the local media saying that its authenticity has been confirmed. Several major Canadian crypto exchanges also acknowledged receiving the relevant guidance and the list from law enforcement. Now remember here in Australia when ISPs were all directed by the federal police to shut off access to certain websites. When there was the incident in New Zealand, they shut off access to Zero Hedge and all of these other websites by direction from the AFP. So on my phone, I couldn't get access to Zero Hedge, but on my Aussie broadband connection on my computer, I could. So a total of 34 electronic wallets have been blacklisted, including 29 Bitcoin addresses and several addresses in other cryptocurrencies like Ethereum, Litecoin, and others. The order reportedly stated that any information about a transaction or proposed transaction in respect of these addresses is to be disclosed immediately to the Commissioner of the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. The backers of the convoy have already donated 21 Bitcoin, worth around $1 million, to the cause. The protesters turned to cryptocurrency after mainstream crowdfunding platform GoFundMe blocked them earlier in February, and the Canadian government froze $8 million gathered online to continue rallying. The demonstration started in Canada in late January in protest against Prime Minister Justin Trudeau's demand for unvaccinated truckers to quarantine after coming back to Canada from the US. They escalated quickly, leading to roads and border crossings being blocked across Canada, including in the capital, Ottawa. The demands of the demonstrators also broadened as they began calling for the lifting of all COVID-19 curbs and Trudeau's resignation. On Monday, the protesters The protests were deemed illegal under Canada's Emergencies Act, which had been invoked by the PM for the first time since the law was passed in 1988. It gave Canadian law enforcement the authority to clamp down on the convoy, everyone. And let's have a look at some of the comments people are saying here. George is saying use privacy coins. Monero, yeah, whatever. I mean, here's the thing, Monero, I mind it. I mind it. Because you can CPU mine Monero, guys, and what exchanges can I do to flip it to an Australian currency? I mean, you've got to think about it. How can you take your crypto to be something useful? I mean, sure, you can invest it in crypto and then get paid in more crypto, but eventually you're going to want real money. For me, the crypto that I'm mining and that I'm earning, I'm flipping into shares. I'm converting it into shares because, well, I've got more confidence in large Australian companies than I have in some of these cryptocurrencies that I'm earning. So for me to do that, I have to go through probably one or two exchanges. Right now I'm using Independent Reserve and CoinSpot to flip it to AUD and then transfer it to my exchange. Or my broker. Works really easy. But say Monero, I'd have to take it to an offshore exchange, flip it to another cryptocurrency, then send it to Australia. And remember, each time I'm paying fees, transaction fees. Send it to Australia, one of the Coinbase or Independent Reserve, then flip it to AUD, then transfer it. So there's additional costs to that. So, Amy, God, they're so dumb and dependent on computers that it isn't even funny anymore. If money is so important to you, buy a PO box or go to the protest and personally put cash in hands. Genius there. Just use DEX, decentralized exchanges. No, you can't get money out of it. Change it to a different token. Trade the token back for Ether, Bitcoin, in a new address. They can still track it. Because but the thing is, using the decentralized exchanges, sure, they're getting a lot easier these days, but back in the day when I was using them, they were a nightmare. Several major Canadian crypto exchanges also acknowledge receiving. Yes, crypto exchanges is money changers and bankers. So, Canada 1, Ukraine 0. Canada is a real deal, Ukraine is fake news. How much abuse does one need to take to realize that cash is king and crypto is nothing? The cornered filthy rats still think they can win this. Too many of us are awake, cat is out of the bag. If you have the technical expertise, you don't need a centralized exchange to acquire or use crypto. That's why central bankers want to ban it. No, central bankers don't want to ban it. Central bankers are adopting it. It is the ultimate tool for economists to manipulate and control an economy. Imagine having crypto in a wallet that people carry with them everywhere that's geolocated. So you need to stimulate the economy in a certain area. You just increase their purchasing power. You want to adjust inflation. Imagine the power you have. Someone has incorrect political opinions. Oh, well, their wallet's locked for 24 hours to teach them a lesson. That's the potential here, everyone. So let's have a talk about this. Well, I'm not at all surprised, guys, to be quite honest. I know some people are putting all their hopes on crypto as an alternative, but they can just, and they will, they'll stop the on-ramps and the off-ramps from digital. Until you can use it to buy bread, milk, and petrol in a real country, it's not going to matter. That's the real issue. This is going to be interesting to see how Canada clamps down on it, and how it is. They're going to be more stricter rules, because this to them is a terrorist attack. So there we go, guys. This is why, as I said in the last video, we need to make sure the cash ban never gets through. That's why. Take care, guys. Thanks for watching. And if you want to support the channel, there's a few ways you can. You can support us financially on YouTube or Patreon. Join us or use our affiliate links at Self-Wealth or Stake. If you sign up for Self-Wealth, we each get 5 free share trades. That's helping me with my turning my crypto into shares, guys, so thank you very much. You can buy a merch from Heise Says, use Gold Pass from the Perth Mint, or you can use our affiliate links from Amazon, eBay, Independent Reserve, or Aussie Broadband. Thanks for watching, guys, and I want to recommend this last video I did about Trudeau freezing the bank accounts of people even related to the protesters. randoms that donated $50, they're at risk of having their bank account frozen. There you go. See you next time.